Hello everyone and welcome. I am Robin with robinswreathery. How's everyone doing today? Just give me a minute here. Having a little fit with Facebook. We're working with our new kit today. Just one more minute. There we go. Say hello when you're popping on. Let me know where you're watching from. There we go. Now if we can just get comments. Yay! There we go. We are up and running. Kind of. Why are all that other stuff showing up? Okay, we want comments. And now, no, we don't want that one. Why are we in the wrong one? Gee willikers. There we go. Got it. All right, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. We're going to be working with our new interchangeable tissue box. I glued it. I already stained the inside and put it together, so I'm just letting it set up. This one comes with the free Happy Halloween one. And what we're going to do when I put this together, this is going to go on the front, and then you're going to be able to change the season or the holiday out, which will be cool. So we're going to paint these. We're going to do the Halloween one, and if we have time, we're going to do the Thanksgiving one too. But we're going to try a different way of painting today. This should be dry by now, because it only takes a minute to set up. This is self-explanatory when you get this. It's like a puzzle. The pieces just fit into each other. We're going to try a cabinet roller today to see if that's easier to put the paint on this. I thought I would paint it gray. This is actually going to go in my restroom on top of the commode, so that way I can change it out for each holiday. I think the grand kiddos will love that. So I have some Persian gray chalk paint. This came from Hobby Lobby. Just wanted to make sure I had it shook up enough. Like I said, I don't know how this is going to go, but I don't mind covering up the notches on this. So we're going to put a little paint on here. Try to. Not that much. Then we're going to roll our roller in here and get some on it. But then we're going to take a little off. And then see, oh, look at that. This is definitely the best way to paint these. And like I said, this is a cabinet roller. It's a little bit, it's smaller than a regular roller. I think it's firmer than a regular roller. And if I didn't want to get any on the sides, it's not. But with this, I kind of wanted to cover up the notches. And this is a perfect way of doing it. Like I said, I already stained the inside before I put it together. Now this is going to be the fun part, trying not to put it down on wet paint. But I'm trying to take some of it off so I don't have a bunch on there because I don't want it dribbling all over the place. But I feel like I have a little more control with the roller, and it's easier to roll over these seams, the edges of the wood. Need a little more paint. Yikes. Well, I guess that was already coming off. And I pulled more of it off. Everybody having a good day today? We have a nice sunny day here in Pennsylvania. It's not hot and it's not real cold, which is what I like. All right, so let's put a little more in here. I'm using a paper plate so I can just ditch it when I'm done. A lot less cleanup. Let's put a little more on there. This is a little thick. I probably could have put a little tiny bit of water in here. But see, I'm trying to work it around the roller, but then I'm trying to work some of it off because you just don't want too much. And I thought gray was a neutral color. It'll go nice in my bathroom. And I think it'll lend itself to every holiday piece that we're adding on here. What's nice is I can hold on to it from that end. And then I can set it down and do the top. There's a little bit of paint booger in there. There we go. But this is really an easy way of doing these. And we already have all the attachments for this, but I thought we would give away one free with it. Let's see, I'll just do this corner here. And then I'll turn it around and I can do this top. And then I can set it down and do the lid. There we go. There we go. Now this might be a little bit harder. How are we going to do this top? So I think what I'll do, I'll use my scissors to hold it from this end while I'm going this way. See, look at that. I don't got to get my hand near the paint. Probably will go back at the end because I'm noticing I am getting a little in here. So I'll probably will go back at the end and clean that up after it's dry. And I think I'll turn this around like that. So then I can hold this way and roll that way. I think that's the easiest way to do it. All right. I'm seeing a little bit of paint just right there, which is fine. There we go. Now we can set that aside and let it dry. And we've got all our live edge there painted. It may need a second coat. I won't know until it dries. But that was pretty darn easy. And then my trick with this is put it in a plastic bag because then it can stay wet for when you need it the next time. So I must have a plastic bag in here somewhere. Yeah, I do. All right. That's what I do with all my rollers. There. Saves on a lot of cleanup. Keeps it wet, and then you can use it again. All right. There we go. So, I do have, let's see if we can move this somewhere. Right down there. We have this top piece we should paint. So that'll be ready. I'll just do it over here. It's doing a nice job on that edge too. So there we go. We'll let that sit up there to dry. This back in our bag. There. All right, so we're going to start with the Halloween one. So these are the pieces that are going to go on the side of the tissue box, and then that frame we just painted is going to go over top of this, and then you're going to slide these in and out. Okay, so with this, I decided for this really this part here, I would work with my watercolor pencils because I think they're going to be the easiest, and it'll have a fine point. So let's go ahead and find my black. You know what? Maybe since we're going to do the spiders black, maybe we'll go ahead and do this orange. Now, if I need my, I'm going to need my black one sharper because I want to be able to get that web. So I just basically took my country gray with my diaper wipe, and I just ran that over. I didn't want the whole background to be real dark, but I wanted it to have some color. So what I'm doing now is I'm just coloring in the spider and the web. And see, this has a finer point on it, so I'm able to get in the fine lines there. I'm sure they make the fine tip paint markers, but I think this is really small. I do have a link in the comments to the watercolor pencils. They're very reasonable on Amazon. So then let's color in some of the web here. Now, if I wanted this darker, all I would have to do is dip this tip in water, and it'll come out darker. But this is really easy to do. Can y'all see okay? Hey, Rachel. No problem, thank you. And my timer for your live only works if I'm home, and I was not home yesterday. So I had to go back in today, but thank you and sprinkle you. I appreciate it. And the breast cancer awareness wreath, boy, that turned out beautiful. So what do you think? Do you think yellow for the Happy Halloween? Or do you think just orange? Look how easy it is to paint this. And like I said, if you wanted that watercolor look, all you have to do is add water to a paintbrush. And boy, it just turned out so nice. Looks like you hand painted it. And blended it and everything. I can pull you in a little so you can see a little bit better. How's that? That should be good. And the spiderweb goes all the way down to there and all the way across to there. There we go. We've got one side. Now I think what I'm going to do is when this is done drying, I'm going to go ahead and do the spider with the resin and put it under the nail lamp. I think that'll look really sharp. But I want to make sure, because this spider kind of intersects with the Halloween sign, Happy Halloween, I will wait until I glue the Happy Halloween down and then just do up to. Because if I did this with the resin now and then tried to glue the Happy Halloween down, it wouldn't lay flat because of the spider, because they intersect. But I think that little bit of bling. And we have Happy Halloween. We have Oh So Thankful. We even have, which I haven't posted yet, we even have a tall tissue box that has a panel that goes in there that says bless you. And then there are other pieces to that one too. There we go. And it goes all the way over to here too. You can spray this with a clear coat. You can spray it with Minwax. You can leave it the way it is. You can antique it. I think it'd be cool to even add a little bit of like that spider webbing, that white stuff that you can create a spider web with. Boy, everybody's so quiet today. I hope it's nice where you're at. I hope the weather is decent. I like to move the wood around so I can get like a good angle on it when I'm coloring it in. If you wouldn't mind hitting the share button, I would really appreciate it. Be sure you hit the bell to be notified when I go live. I'm going to go back over this a little bit and just get a little heavier with my stroke. It kind of puts a shadow on it. There. That looks good. I'm not going to worry about painting this because, like I said, this is going to go over top of it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I am going to do this in orange. But I think what would be really cute is to glue some little things on here too. So next time I'm in the store, I'm going to look for little spider thingies. So let's go ahead and get this a little finer. Although this might be easier because it's wider. We can do this with the paint pen. Now when I do that, I go off to the side. You don't want to come in this way because you're trying to keep it off the edge. So you want to go out away from. Now this is called our interchangeable tissue box holder. You could, if you wanted more pattern on this, you could foil it. You could also put scrapbook paper on this. There's a Mod Podge method that I use that I have. You can just go back to any of my videos and watch those. You can just let your imagination go with this. There's so much you could do. And like I said, we'll be working with this throughout the year. Like we have a Christmas one. We have Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, Easter, St. Patrick's Day. We also have Valentine's Day, 4th of July. We have a birthday one. The only ones that I have in there right now is this one, because if you buy this kit, the first one, the Halloween one, is free. And I actually have one of these in my kitchen that has chickens on it. It's just so nice seeing that box instead of sometimes the ugly patterns that they have on the tissue boxes. Sorry, this is kind of the boring part. But I'm so glad you could join me. And you know what? I think splattering this with some black, that would be a nice touch too. Could add a little ghost. We could do just about anything with this. I know my grandchildren love checking out what's new. So if I put this in the bathroom over the toilet, they will definitely think it's cute. There we go. Now I use CA thick glue to put my things in place. It seems to grab right away and hold real well. Sometimes too fast. Sometimes before you even have it where you want it. And then it's too late. So I'm just putting a little bit here and there. And trying to do it quickly, but stay within the lines. Because, like I said, it can set up really quick. And when you look for this, always make sure you get the CA thick. The thin does not work well. Actually, it doesn't work at all. So we're going to let it set up a minute. So there is that one. Let's see if our box is dry yet. I think it kind of is. Well, let me see which I'd kind of like is the front. I think this side. So what we want to do is we want to glue these in place. And this will be covered up with that gray frame that we did, so we don't have to get real, we don't have to paint this. I'm going to take it right to the edge, so I have a straight edge to guide me. And then we're going to layer the next one on. Make sure they line up. I don't know if I have, I do have a gray one. So before we glue this on, I think I'm going to go ahead and color the side. Actually, we would have been better off painting that. Let's see if I can still do it. Yeah, we can. That's really fast doing it that way. Now let's do this one. See if we can do inside here. Oh yeah. This might get messy. So I'm holding it in place as we already did. Well, let's go ahead and get a little paintbrush out here. And do the edges in the corner. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's so much nicer than the way we've painted in the past. Get that corner. And then I want to do this top again. Oh yeah. There we go. So we're going to glue this down now. There we go. And I'm okay with this because I can go back over this and do this. So got a few fingerprints we got to cover up. And then what I'll do is I'll get a really fine paintbrush and do the sides. Just to kind of make it all look uniform. I'm really loving that. There we go. That's good. Put this back in here. Actually, I'm doing the bottom edges too. Actually, I might be able to get this up here on the bottom. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look how easy that is. This is definitely a nice way to paint these. For sure. And then we go up like this. And we can get this bottom. Actually, do it that way because that end was lifting up a little. And then this side. So all I have to do here is this side, and this is a rounded roller here. So I think if I get more paint on there, I won't have any trouble getting that inside part, so I don't have to paint. Boy, that is turning out nice. There's still some paint on the brush. I know where I'm holding. I'm going to have to go back and touch it over. That's okay. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how easy that is. All right, let's see if we can get this. So I'm going to go back over, I think, the whole thing and put a second coat on. I'll let this coat dry really well. Oh yeah. Definitely. All right, let's see how this goes for us. There we go. So there is our Happy Halloween. How are we looking on time? We can start the Thanksgiving one, I think. Let this set aside there. There we go. All right, so for this one, I'm definitely going to use the antique stain. There, we'll leave that like that. I think this one will look nice. And boy, we've got all these pretty leaves that we can color on here. Look at that. And you don't have to do the back because you're not even going to see the back. But we've got the word "oh so thankful." So I'm thinking we'll do this in like pretty colors for fall. Let's do this in red. You could do it in all different colors. It doesn't have to be. Let's see what this looks like. Just beautiful fall colors. And then we'll do some of the leaves in these colors. We could do a brown. Let's see how this turns out. Yeah. I'm going to do this whole thing in green. Green has to be next to purple and blue, one of my favorite colors. And sometimes the easiest way to paint this is to have it double-sided tape down on the table, holding it in place. Just not sure what color to do that. Wonder what it would look like in gold. I think I'm gonna do that yellow a different color. Let's go ahead and try this one. This is my favorite fall yellow. Yeah. And then I'll think about that, see what color I want to go with down there. Maybe I'll just do this stain. But anyhow, we can go back in here and we can do some of these leaves. I want to go away from this, which is going to be this color, so I think I'll work up here. I can even work with some of the pencils too, because there's all different colors in here, different colored greens, different colored, I thought there was a burgundy. There is. There it is. Well, actually, that looks brown. No, maybe not. Yeah, it's burgundy. And like I said, if I wanted to get this darker, I would just dip it in water, and I can make it darker. Let's go with a lighter yellow. Nope, that doesn't show up. You need a darker yellow. Let's try this one. Okay. It's like a light green. Nope. Go with a darker green. Okay, we've got a couple more to go. Go with a darker orange over here. All the colors of fall. I'll just go ahead and repeat some of these colors over here. That'll balance it. Ah! I love that they sent a little pencil sharpener with it. We got 2 more. So I could go with this color, see how that turns out. Not too bad. So we got 1 more. Let's go with the orange. There we go. So, all we need to do, hi Nanny Dot, how are you? Let's figure out what color we want that in there. Nope. Maybe a darker brown. Just struggling with this one. Let's try and go with this lighter green. I think that'll work. Yeah. I think we've got all the colors of autumn there. So let's go ahead and glue this in place. Okay. There we go. So, with our tissue box, it actually fits a nice size tissue box here. Let me just move some of this stuff away. Okay, so we've got our tissue box, and we're going to cover it so we don't have to look at it. And then after Halloween is done, we just pull this out, and then we just put in the Thanksgiving one. See how easy that is? Hey, Amy. Oh, Amy, you have got to try these. There's a link in the description. These came from Amazon. These are watercolor pencils. And if you went back through some of my videos, we actually added a little water to them. We actually What can I show you on here? Looking for a little piece of wood. All right. What we've actually done is taken darker and lighter. And then if you just take a paintbrush with water, it will just blend the two colors for you. Now this has a little bit of paint on it, the paintbrush. It is awesome. The hair clips I did turned out beautiful. They even give you a paintbrush with it, but it's not that good. Little eraser and this pencil sharpener. This is called a blending brush, and they have a water brush. So, but it really turns out nice because blending, it blends. It just blends really nicely. And the set was only like $11.96. So it really is a good deal. But I started using them after we introduced the unicorn spit for finer stuff. It was just much easier to do that. Okay, so this is already listed. You get free the Halloween one. Yes, right? And then for each holiday and season coming up, we'll have additional ones that'll go with it. This is the Thanksgiving one. There's a Mother's Day, a Father's Day, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter. There is a ton. And this is just going to sit on my commode in my bathroom. And I think it'll just be really nice on there. And we actually used a cabinet roller to do this, to paint this one. And boy, was that easy. It went on really nice too. And it covered up all the sides. So you can go back to the beginning if you didn't see it and watch the replay. But yeah, there's like 48 pencils. Yeah, 48 pencils in here. So check it out. Like I said, the link's in the comments. I highly recommend it. I saw another woman who makes wood designs, and she was using it, and oh my gosh, I was so glad I bought them. I love coloring, and that just makes it so much easier. All right, so we are done. Oh, and then I'll be listing this one, the tall one, and that will come with interchangeable too, like Bless You. And what's really nice, this even has little pieces that will be covering up this. This looks so nice stained. This is really a nice one. Not that this isn't. This just has a lot of detail, where the detail is all in the front. So there you go. And why supplies last, it comes with the free Halloween one. And then these are listed separate. Okay? All right, you all have a great evening. Thank you. And Rachel is on tomorrow at 3 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Eastern. Oh, and I wanted to show you this. I had a request for this. We make napkin holders, and this customer wanted them with butterflies on it. Isn't that pretty? It's a nice solid one. Isn't that pretty? So yes, we're making these. We made one with a cat. Who else? Nancy wanted one with her fifth wheel on it. We can add initials to it. We can do just about anything. So think about it. All right.